Hello, I'm Rich Krebs, and welcome to this week's BizShare Networking Show. It's a show where multiple businesses share their social media friends with each other. So get ready to hear about 4 great companies and a local nonprofit. You might even want to offer your services to these companies. But please make sure you say hi on their Facebook pages and give them an opportunity to serve you and your friends. Now let's get this show moving. Well, I hope when you plug into this next segment, you get a little charge out of it. And of course, I'm trying to make a funny joke, but Madera Auto Center has a way for you to probably not buy gas for the next few months. Marty, how are you?
Good, Rich. How are you?
I'm very well, but I got to ask you the question because you're in the business. If you were now to go out and say, okay, I'm into this whole electric thing, I'm going to buy an electric car, what would it be?
I'd probably buy a Chevrolet Volt. They're not the cheapest thing on the market, but I guarantee you, I think it's probably the best electric car that's out there right now. General Motors has had its troubles the last couple of years. Everybody's aware of it. They went through bankruptcy. The government rescued them. There's a lot of people that have been negative on the company. They're building the best product they've ever built.
That's huge to say, because you see them side by side too with Toyotas.
That's correct. And the Volt, 34 miles on a charge. I can get from Madera to Fresno, charge it up, get back. I went for 2 weeks when I was driving one, never put any gas in it.
That's insane.
The commercials you see, it's true.
Yeah.
You can drive a lot of miles on that thing, and you know, if you're careful, the way you drive it, you're going to get 30, 34 miles on every charge.
One of my best friends is very frugal when it comes to car buying. He bought a Volt, and he lives in San Diego. He's driving the freeways down there all the time, and he hasn't bought gas in 2.5 months.
Yeah. No, we hear people all the time that just rave about the car. But again, when it first came out, I wouldn't drive it. It probably took about 6 months before I actually got into it. And like I say, the fit and finish, it's got luxury car type amenities inside. The navigation system is great. It's got, you know, the great sound system. It's just a great car.
Sure.
It drives just like a little go-kart, I tell people. And it's faster on batteries than it is when the gas motor kicks in. So it's a completely seamless environment when you're on the electric charge. The minute it's time for that to be finished, you don't even feel it kick over to gas.
I've talked to some people too that were shocked at how much torque a car like that. They're thinking, well, on electric it shouldn't have it, but that's actually a pretty solid way to put an engine together to get some torque to the wheels.
Yeah, I've let some other representatives from other manufacturers who shall remain nameless at this point drive the car, and they've been very complimentary about it. It
Right.
really is a good piece of engineering, and I think what it really says, it says that Chevrolet can build just a tremendous product right now. It's a halo car for Chevrolet.
And that's a perfect time to end that segment right there. I mean, if you ask the man, the myth, the legend right here, which he'd drive, it would be the Volt. So you need to go check out Madera Auto Center and make that happen. We'll be right back with more. So you want to improve employee morale or just look like a hero in your kid's eyes for his birthday this summer? Wildwater Adventure Park is the place to make it happen. Kathy, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
You kind of created this really special place for groups. People think, you know, you grab a couple friends, you go hit the slides. When you bring out a group, it's a whole nother ball game.
Well, actually, we started as a picnic park. We've been in business for 38 years, so we consider ourselves a picnic specialist.
Sure.
And so groups are our thing. And so we do have group areas. We have group outing packages from your birthday parties to a small group where you can rent a cabana, but places where you can set up a reserved area and know that your group will be taken care of.
Sure. Now there's some orca slides going on that's a pretty good attraction this summer.
Well, they're addition to our swimming pool.
Okay.
So we have a Caribbean plunge in one end, and now we've added the orca slides. So they are 2 slides that go into the shallow end of our swimming pool, and great for the young ones. And it goes into 3 feet of water, and they'll have a spray overhead, and that'll just be fun. And visually, it looks really fun.
Right. Well, when you're planning a big party, part of that is what are you going to eat when you're out there, and you want to make sure the food is good. You pride yourself on having excellent food service.
We do. We have good catering, plus we have a lot of fun food. You know, funnel cakes and chili cheese fries and all those things that you're not supposed to eat on a daily basis, but they're always great fun when you're out just doing and fun things and goofing off.
Sure. Now, if I'm correct, you can actually pick the cabanas you want. So if you've got a bigger party than 8 or so, you could get a couple cabanas in a row or in the same area and put it together for your group.
Absolutely. If you've got a family party or a group party that's not 30 or 50 or something, but it's smaller than that,
Sure.
but then you can go online and pick the exact cabanas that you want in the location. You have to do it early,
Right,
but this
right.
year we have it online, so you can actually go and see the map of the park and where those cabanas are, and you can plug that day in that you want to come. And if your first choice is taken, go to your second choice or change your date. You can see that and do that all yourself, and it's guaranteed. So
Sure.
you can arrive anytime during the day. It will still be secure for you.
Well, you need to make that happen right now. Do not wait to plan that party because it is going to fill up. I tell you what, that is one popular spot at Wild Water Adventure Park. Don't go away. We'll be right back. You know, it's one thing to make an advertisement and try to put it on television or on the web and think, all right, I got it stuck in the right spot, and not know what you were paying for. That's where the professionals at Marketing Plus come in to make sure your dollars are going as far as they possibly can. Ms. Julie Lucido, how are you?
Good, good.
Talk to me about ad buying and buying media. A lot of people think they're going to call up a TV station and put on a TV commercial or get some web content going, and they have no idea what they're doing as far as getting it placed, how much it's going to cost. You handle that.
Yeah, we get a lot of calls. You know, what is this? I think I want to do this. I think my competitor's doing this. What should I do? We kind of bring it all down to reality. What is your goal? What are you selling? Who do you want to reach? And then we have the resources to decide, is it TV? Is it radio? Is it print? Is it online? What's the best way to spend your ad dollars,
Sure.
you know, versus being reactionary. We also step back and look at ratings and targeting, the ad messaging, as well as the media buys and negotiating on behalf of the clients. I
Okay.
mean, really, you know, we're there to take whatever dollars they have and let them stretch as much as possible so
Right.
they get the return on the investment that they're looking for. From there, we have to produce it and get creative with their messaging,
Sure.
get the calls to action in.
Are
Make
they saying
sure
the right thing? Are the right words going in for, again, what we've talked about in the past with going back to the search engine optimization? Everything has to play together.
everything has to play together, and you have to make sure, you know, how can you tell a TV ad is got you the results you needed? If you make sure the message is on point, call to action is there, phones will ring. You know, we work with clients to even after the media buy, how are you going to track if it was successful or not? Let's put together the system.
Sure. So why would you want to take this on yourself? Let the professionals at Marketing Plus handle it, and I promise the business is going to get so much more exposure by letting the pros do what they do best. You need to share this business with your friends. We'll be right back. I'm always amazed thinking about how a perfectly good eye can start a deterioration process with age, but I promise you there are ways to fix that. And the experts right here in the Central Valley, Fogg, Maxwell, Lanier, and Remington Eye Care, can help you make that happen. Ms. Rochelle Miller, how are you?
Great, thanks for having me.
Let's kind of talk about that because it's something that just baffles me, how a perfectly clear lens can all of a sudden cloud over, and that's exactly what happens when, I guess, someone's diagnosed with cataracts.
Right, so with age, your lens in your eye can become cloudy, and you'll notice that because your vision will not be as clear as it used to be.
Okay, and well, it's not as simple as, like a LASIK procedure, you open the flap and you clean it with some Windex. That obviously
Right,
doesn't
no.
fix things. So talk to me a little bit about how the correction comes about.
So there are cataract surgeries that we can do. What they do is they can replace the lens, but also here in the Central Valley, Dr. Maxwell is the only doctor that we have that performs LensX surgery, which is laser-assisted cataract surgery. It's very precise and it gives us great results.
And I think that's what sets the doctors apart there, is that keeping on the cutting edge of technology to make sure that all of your patients have optimal results.
Yes, and they do. I mean, whether you want the laser surgery or your standard cataract surgery without the laser, you're going to get awesome results.
You know, when we were in college, that some of our professors would tell us that if you really know something, you can teach it.
Yes.
These doctors actually travel the country and give lectures. They teach this technology to up-and-coming doctors, or even doctors that have been performing for a while and want to better their profession. That says a lot about the quality of their care.
Yes, they teach nationwide. They have these ophthalmology conventions and they teach there, but they also teach doctors from around the world.
Sure. Well, at Fogg, Maxwell, Lanier, and Remington Eye Care, you're not just going to amazing doctors, you're going to doctors that are teaching other doctors how to do things right. That's where you want to trust your eyes. So share this amazing business, and we'll be right back. I've got an amazing volunteer with the American Cancer Society right now, and also an ambassador dealing with California legislation, Miss Helen Hubbard. Helen, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm great, and we wanted to bring you on the show today to talk about something near and dear to your heart, and that's Prop 29. Give me a little bit of a rundown in the background and what it means to us and what we can do to help.
Well, you know, Prop 29 is an initiative that's been placed on the June 5th ballot. It's a life-saving measure, and we're working with fellow agencies to spread the word and get the word out. We want people to vote on June 5th. Proposition 29 is a dollar tax that's been put on tobacco products,
Okay.
so it's only going to affect folks that are purchasing those
Smoking or
products.
chewing tobacco,
Yes.
okay.
And the 3 areas it's going to be fruitful in is education to the kids, keeping them from smoking in the first place, so
Okay.
prevention. It's going to be cancer research. It's going to save lives that way because
Sure.
it's funding, cancer research for a cure.
Right. And this is near and dear to your heart, too, because
Yes.
you're already
yes.
a cancer survivor.
I'm 4-time cancer survivor. I lost my husband to cancer as well, and I have plenty of family and friends that have been struck down by cancer.
Sure.
So it's really near and dear to
The
my
main
heart.
thing for you, Helen, too, is probably with the children. And if this tax goes through and it costs even
Exactly.
more to get a pack of cigarettes or a can of
Exactly.
tobacco, that might then prevent them from buying it even more.
Exactly.
How can we get involved? Is the main thing just showing up to vote?
Show up to vote June 5th. We want everybody, and if you're not registered to vote, we want you to go register to vote because May 21st, I think, is the deadline for that. So we want you to vote this time.
So there you go, folks, and you better listen to Mother Hubbard because when she says get there
That's
and vote, the
right.
vote needs to happen. So the American Cancer Society wants you to vote, and it is yes on Prop 29.
Yes on
Vote
29.
yes on Prop 29. Well, thanks for watching this edition of our BizShare Networking Show. If you or your business would like to take part in this creative and remarkable social media concept, give my friends at Adventure Video a call, and they will put your company in the spotlight.